Hey. Okay, so hopefully internet stays put today, as I really could use some sunshine. My day started out not so great, not so groovy at all. I got some like nasty 24-hour bug or something, or ate something bad. I don't know. It doesn't much matter what it is. I think it's pretty much out of my system now. At least I certainly hope it is. I've been eating again, yay, drinking a lot of water and stuff. So now that I'm back home from doing client appointments and all that good stuff, I decided I should jump on here, say hi, and finish what I started yesterday, which was, oh my God, it was like leprechauns had a hold of my internet or something. It was bad yesterday. I don't think I've ever had that kind of, I don't know, just craziness going on with my internet, unless I was sitting out in the middle of the ocean on an island or something, or way up in the mountains, because my internet just absolutely refused to be worth much of anything. It was just shit yesterday. So, I was going to delete it, and I'm like, no, you know what? It's okay. People can see that I have internet trouble too. Like, I can have a difficult day. And then I turned around and got really, really busy, and then I got sick. So, but I did do some amazing planning with my fellow colleague, Kim Holden, for a workshop that her and I are going to be doing in May. We're going to be just doing this fantastic workshop. You're going to see it come out soon, and it's called Beautiful Bodies, and it's going to be a workshop for mothers and daughters, because we're both moms who have grown-ass kids now. So we're going to be teaching this class with the whole idea of really bringing out an open, raw communication around body image, self-love, confidence, self-esteem, and of course a little topic about sex, because of the work of us that each of us have done as women, and the impact that we've seen as moms with our daughters, especially, to be able to have the conversations and to work through things with them in a completely different, clear way. So, and many of you probably know that I'm now a grandmother. As of last week, my eldest daughter had a baby. So this workshop is definitely near and dear to my heart, because it really brings out the communication level and just being able to have the beautiful relationships that I have with my three daughters. I know that it is because of some of the stuff that we're going to be sharing in that workshop. But that's not what this is about. That was just me kind of, well, selling that a little bit, prepping all you ladies out there, local people. It is just going to be a Dallas-Fort Worth workshop, but yeah, so it's going to be coming out. Right now I've got a whole bunch of guy stuff, which I'm really, really excited about, because I'm so turned on to the guy workshop that I haven't formally announced, but I sort of threw it out last night and on my newsletter. So any of the gentlemen who follow me, that is a global event that I'm doing for you men, and it is all about recapturing your personal power and finding your turn on, your play, your confidence, really tapping into the man that you want to be and getting down to your primal roots. So we're doing a primal reboot. It's going to be a hot workshop, 4 weeks intensive. And I've also made an offer on there for some people to be able to do one-on-one with me as well in that intensive workshop. So that's exciting. If you know any men that might need a little bit of kick in the ass, that needs to tap into their primal roots, well, that's going for sure. And just click on my profile or just type in Primal Roots here on Facebook. I've got everything lined up for that. We've already had a few signups for that, so that's really, really cool. I'm very excited about that. I haven't even really announced it, and that's always nice when people start signing up and I haven't even announced my shit yet. But today's coffee/water, I should have just said conscious water, because that's what these are kind of turning into, because I'm doing them more in the afternoon. But I think that a lot more people can kind of access these in the afternoon. And I love seeing all your names, like Afternoon Addison and Becky, Richard, Tom, Tracy, hi. Hey Tracy, I sent you a message, I think. Or at least I was intending on sending you a message. If I didn't send you a message, Tracy, I'm going to send you a message later in just a little bit. Afternoon Titus, afternoon Eric. And Steve. So yesterday, my discussion was going to be on really based on that you can't find what is lost. And I saw that there's some comments coming in, some people messaged me and everything because it was all messed up. That whole talk just was so messed up from my bad internet. It was just crazy. I guess because of the weather or whatever. But I wanted to kind of tap back into that whacked out talk that I started yesterday. And then I also really, because unfortunately with these things, every time I do Conscious Coffee, because it is very impromptu, it was, it's just like whatever's flowing through me in the moment. And the fact of the matter is that yesterday's talk is not flowing through me today. It's not. I'm going to touch on it and try to do it some justice, but I'm probably going to fall on my face on doing it some justice, because what's flowing through me today is about tapping into your juiciness. And I am kind of really feeling that tap into your juiciness good vibe, and just really, what is juiciness, number one, right? Like that could be, is that one of those words like moist that gets to people? Juicy to me, it kind of is just another way of saying orgasmic life, of saying, turned on, of being so ignited, thriving, just that feel good state. And I think that we tend to disregard or not pay very much attention to the juiciness of our life, or we don't believe that we can access it or that we can have it just like that. And the truth of the matter is that if we really want to have more yummy stuff in our life, the yummy relationship, the yummy abundance financially, the good health, the, being able, like I was looking at setting up some travel earlier today. I was going through some different stuff just for the end of this month and looking at May and June and July and just kind of looking out the rest of the year. And to me, that's juicy because I just love to travel. I'm a big travel person. And I was just looking at, just booking out all this different stuff and some change of plans and that, but really just trying to get what is in alignment to me right now. And that's where you kind of access that juiciness, is like what's in alignment to you right now. It's so important to really pay attention to that. Like last night when I put out the primal reboot for all of you gentlemen, I put it out, and even though I wasn't feeling good in that moment physically, my body was just like, F this, I just want to go to bed, I'm hurting. But I was so turned on to the way the banner came out and to what flowed through my fingers when I was doing the write-up and everything, because I have tried to write that workshop up for the marketing piece for it numerous times. And yesterday I sat down and it just poured out of me, and it was just so good. And I reread it today. I was like, damn girl, you're good sometimes. Like sometimes you just it just flows. But that's accessing that juiciness. That's tapping into that feel good. And I share that piece with you because I want you to kind of look into your life and examine what really feels good, what charges you up, what ignites you, what turns you on, what gets your genitals kind of to go woo woo, And we want to disregard that, don't we? And we really want to disregard it. A funny story, on topic, off topic, it's all part of the thing, right? It must be part of the thing because it's part of the thing now. This thing right here. Let's talk. But my 13-year-old son, he just walked in the door right before I was getting on, and he was telling me he was in health class, and they were talking about reproductive organs today in health class. Okay, so he's a 7th grader, and he goes to one of the best schools in my area and everything, and he's in there, and I guess his science teacher, number one, they split the room up into boys and girls, and then they had the science teachers teach about reproductive organs and about, human reproduction and how babies are made and blah, 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 blah. Well, my kid could probably teach the class, but it was, Addison just posted the link, by the way, gentlemen, to the Primal Reboot. Thank you, Addison, for doing that. But he was talking about how this class went, and it was cracking me up, because I guess the teachers went through the whole reproductive system, and they were talking about the reproductive organs and all the reproductive system and how things work, but they put penis and vagina at the very bottom of the list. So the two things that are the biggest factors in reproduction, right? Like, this is how this actually happens. And these are the major organs, right? The biggest organs. That would be like saying, oh yeah, well, there's, you do this, you do this, you do this, and this is how you get across town, but never even mention how the person got across town. You just go through all these different steps, but you never even say, hey, they walked across town, or they drove across town, or they went on a train or on a bus or whatever, right? It's just like not even talking about the actual thing that gets this to this, right? So they go through the eggs and they go through the sperm, and I guess they said testes, but the teachers never actually use the word penis or vagina. Now, you guys know me. I'm going to say cock and pussy. I know I'm going to get right down to it. Of course, they're not going to say that with 13-year-old kids, but they didn't even use the scientific terms. So he was just tripping out on that. And the reason I'm sharing that right there is, I can't see. The reason I'm sharing that right there with you is that we kind of really want to not give too much attention to our genitals. Okay, we don't want to give attention to our genitals because we got a lot of shame around our genitals, much like the science teachers down at my school. They have a lot of shame around it to the point that they can't teach a reproductive class and talk about the reproductive organs by name. Ooh, yeah. Oh my gosh, if I had some popcorn, I'd throw it at them. But it was just, when we really get into it, we tend to ignore what our genitals are telling us. So when I say the yumminess or the juiciness of life, I'm actually saying I want you to tap into what you're feeling in your genitals. Like, does that turn you on? And that's almost like a total taboo thing to say, right? Like, you cannot say this. Can you say, does that turn you on? Does that book you're reading turn you on? Well, it's not an erotica novel. It's actually a science book and blah, blah, blah. It's a self-help book. But does it turn you on? Does it make you are you ignited? Can you hardly wait to get back to that book? Are you right there and you really want it? Does that movie turn you on? Well, it's not porn, it's a horror movie. Yeah, but are you excited about going to it? Does it ignite something in you? Do you feel warmth in your body? Do you feel heat in your body? Does your genitals speak to you? Are you clamping down and are you excited? Or are you so the same thing applies to not just to your sex. It applies to your health. It applies to your routines. It applies to, for me, putting out the primal reboot. When I say I was turned on when I put out the primal reboot, I was turned on when I put out the primal reboot. I put it out in this turned down state because I was excited. I was a passion of mine. I love working with men. I love helping them find their purpose and having a thriving turned on life and really tapping into their masculine energy. I've worked with thousands of men at this point in time, and it's just somebody just texted me, what are you up to? And this person actually follows me. I know this because they're one of my oldest, dearest friends. I'm like, just get your ass on Facebook, man. And now I hope he sees that. Just get your ass on Facebook. That's why I should text him, right? If I had, I'm not going to do that. But no. So I've worked with thousands of men at this point about their purpose, about thriving. And I just got done with this appointment with an old client of mine who, I watched him 6-7 years ago, whatever it's been, when I was working with him intensively, and I watched him move from something that was sucking the life right out of him into really stepping into his passion and into his purpose. And I watched him go from this gray, dreary lifestyle and energy into a turned on energy, into really focus and passion. He went from boring and blah into a juicy state, right? And I think that that's so important in our life. If we want to have that freedom-based life, if we want to live that orgasmic state, if we want to have those things, that abundant life, and really, really, really live, not just get by, not just survive, not just exist, right? Then we have to check in with our juiciness. But the juiciness, it's kind of like, over the weekend, we watched Aquaman, and I did not go to the movies to watch Aquaman. And yeah, I'm a woman, and I probably watched Aquaman for all the same reasons that every other woman has watched Aquaman. So we all know what that is, right? But I was watching Aquaman, and I opened up my mineral water, and it sprayed all over, and we were in the opening scene. And I made the joke of, oh, look, he hasn't even come on the TV yet, and I'm already wet. Well, you know, that's the truth of the matter, though. That's how we have to kind of be to our passion, to our desires, to the things that we want. And if we want to really tap in and draw to us the things that feel good, the things that ignite us, having the abundance financially, having the turned on perfect relationship, having this, having that, the things that we really, really want, that we desire, we're not going to get it. We're not going to get it in this like deadpan state. If we are flatlining, what kind of good, yummy stuff wants to come to something that's flatlining? And now we're going to go back to whacked out yesterday topic, okay? So yesterday I was talking about you can't find what's lost. And this is exactly why we can't find what's lost, because how are you ever going to find the thing that you're looking for if you're not in that matching energy to attract it to you? Okay? If you're just really working your ass off at trying to find something and you're applying all this focus on trying to find it, you're actually more focused, you're putting more energy on the fact that it's not there with you right now than on having it in your life. So if you really want to find what's lost, which you can't do, then you have to actually open up to having everything that you already have. So bring your attention to what? The juiciness of your life, the flow of your life, the blessings of your life, the abundance of your life, the good shit that you have going on. If you bring yourself into the good shit that you have going on, all of a sudden what you think you don't have, you're going to discover that you have a lot of it with you. And when you start to discover that you have a lot of it with you and you really embrace it and you start pulling it in, guess what? More of it shows up. And then the thing that you originally went after because it was lost, you didn't have it, you couldn't find it, you've been working your ass off for it, and it's just not showing up, well, it's just going to magically kind of appear because you're now in the same energy of it. Because you've brought yourself into that higher vibration by focusing on the juicy things in your life. But boom, and the talk is over, and that was that. I know, it was really, really like boom, right? Best orgasm of your life? No, but it's reality. It's reality, and if you think about it, it's that whole focus of anytime you get really caught into the negative vibe of something, anytime you're caught into the fear, the worry, the overwhelm, the anxiety, ooh, I'm going to send this talk to like 5 different people I talked to in the last 2 days, because that has been kind of like the topic with so many different people I've been talking to. It's just overwhelm, anxiety, and all this frustration, right? And what happens? What do? Our nature is to try to make something happen. Our nature is to go for the kill. Our nature is to try to force ourselves to find it, to just make it happen at all costs, right? So we work ourselves down to the bone on it and we struggle. And then we get caught in the struggle. And what happens? We're asking for something that is not in struggle. We're asking for something that is in flow. We're asking for something that makes us feel good. And we're like, but we're struggling. So we want something to feel good to come to our struggle? Really? Do you want to go over to somebody that is bitching, moaning, and complaining and just wah, 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 wah? And do you want to hang out with that person when you are like flying from the chandeliers, happy joys, your shit is just awesome, like you were really rocking it, you were really ecstatic, or maybe you're not really ecstatic, maybe you're just having a good day, but then your friend calls you and it's just like, oh, this happened, that happened, and it's like trying to pull you down. Do you want to go hang with that person because it's going to make you feel good and it's going to keep you in that positive charge? Or are you like, no, get away from me. Just get away from me, right? You should probably be a little bit more of the like, I need some distance. Like, I'm here for you. I love you, but I'm going to maintain my energy. I'm going to maintain my feel good. That's the same thing with the stuff that we want to call into our life. It's exactly the same thing with the stuff that we want to call into our life. If we want that good shit to appear in our life, then we have to magnetize it in. We are pulling it in. We are the magnet. We're the one that's sucking it in. Okay, we're drawing it towards us, but we're drawing it towards us by increasing our vibration. So if you you're missing something, if you feel incomplete, if you don't feel fulfilled, if you feel lost, if you feel, like, oh, if this just happened, I'd be happy. Oh, if this just happened, I'd have more time. If this just happened, and then I could afford to do that. If this just happened, if, right? Get rid of the F and ifs and just go and find what makes you happy in this moment, because no amount of money is going to make you happy long term. No relationship will consistently make you happy. No amount of travel is going to consistently make you happy. Everything gets exhausting, okay? Everything gets exhausting. Everything gets old. There's always challenges in each thing. Each challenge, of course, presents an opportunity to find something new and to tap into something new within self and experience something different in your life. But there's still that challenge. There can be a hardship. There can be rough spots. There can be tight spots. You're going to feel constriction. You're going to be faced with triggers, with your ego, with heart pain, with loss. All of that stuff is going to happen in every single area of our lives. But if we stay focused, if we keep our focus not on the negative, but we keep our focus on feeling good, on managing and maintaining the juicy stuff in our life, which can simply be much like, I'm not feeling that great today, okay? I'm feeling a heck of a lot better than I did this morning or last night, but I'm just kind of like, I'm sluggish. I'm not feeling great. So what am I doing? I'm not going to go out and go to a nice restaurant or even go to a play. I don't have that. What feels good to me today? Today, sitting out here in the sun feels good. Having a good conversation with an old client and getting them, back on board and really tapping in and helping them up-level their life and their business, which I've watched blossom from before its birth, and just to be able to kind of step in and help there to up-level that as well and up-level their life, and in working with other people and up-leveling their life, that feels good to me. Getting more content out, speaking my truth, feels good to me. Doing this conscious coffee feels good to me. Writing feels good to me. Spending time with my children, cooking a good wholesome meal tonight at home, that feels good to me. Now that's feel good. It's very wholesome, very easygoing, very soft things, right? Getting to bed early, snuggling up in my bed and with my pillows. I need to change my sheets. Snuggling up, clean sheets. This is the stuff. It doesn't have to be big, is what I'm telling you. You don't have to do big, extravagant things. Sometimes it's the smallest of things that we need to appreciate the most, because those are the things that really move us. Those are the things that really elevate us. Because if we tend to forget about the little things, we miss all of our life, because life is made up of all those beautiful little moments, all those beautiful little things. And we need to start appreciating those so that we consistently tweak our energy. We consistently increase our vibration. We consistently attract better things into our life. The connective agents that we need to really focus on is that vibration, that feel-good energy, and to draw it to us. And in that drawing it to us, we find everything that we thought that was lost, and what we discover is that nothing was lost at all. Absolutely nothing was lost, because everything that we ever need is within inside us. It's really truly like Wizard of Oz. You need not go any further than your own backyard, right? I encourage you to go watch the end of Wizard of Oz when Dorothy finds out that all she ever had to do was not go past her own backyard. That all the love, all the happiness, all the connection, everything was always right there with her. But she thought that it was lost. Well, we do this consistently in our lives, in so many areas of our life. But what we have is we're consistently being offered exactly what we want, exactly what we need, if we only open ourselves up to it. And it's found in tapping into the little juicy moments. The little itty bitty juicy moments. So, alright. I can barely see my phone. I've probably been squinting this whole time. I'm so sorry. Let me see. Alright. As in posted Primal Reboot. Thank you again for doing that. Hey, Steve, John, Alexandria, and Brad, Addison. But we should at least try with the travel. I mean, the beach might have the answers. Absolutely, everything's better on the beach. You know, my client, he walks in today and he's telling me everything, and he says, you know what we need to do? We just need to go off to Tahiti for 6 months, and you can fix all my problems for me, and you're just focus on me, because I'm a big project. Let's just go to Tahiti and you can just work your ass off on me. I'm that big of a project. And I went, I could do that. Like, I could go to Tahiti and I could create a whole bunch of programs. I can coach from Tahiti and I'm going to come back with a tan. Like, yeah, let's go to Tahiti. I'm like, yeah, sign me up. I'll do 6 months coaching program from Tahiti. That would be fun, right? So yes, beach time would be amazing. Yeah. Plenty of time for the beach. It's coming. It's coming. The weather is changing. It is going to be awesome. Maybe even some Tahiti time. I don't know. I've never been to Tahiti, so that would be a good one. I think, yeah. We can put together a party. Like, let's do a conscious coffee coaching week in Tahiti. That's me just trying to get to Tahiti. So, okay, guys. As always, stop existing, start living. You can follow me at www.kendalwilliams.com. In the comments section is the link to the Primal Reboot for all of you men out there following me. If you're catching this on a replay, please hashtag replay. Thank you, everybody, for watching. All your love and comments on here. Make sure, gentlemen, all around the world, that is a global workshop. It is a global workshop, so you can access it from anywhere, because guess what? I'm teaching it right here on Facebook, okay? So if you're a man, and if you're not scared of your shit, and you're not scared of yourself, or you are scared but you want to face that fear, it's for you, okay? It really is. It's about being fierce. It's about being compassionate. It's about being playful. It's about finding your purpose. It's about really claiming your masculine energy and really tapping into who you are and creating that fuck yes life. On another note, Addison and I are teaching a workshop, local workshop, this coming Saturday here in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. It will be over in Allen, Texas. We are teaching Seeing the Other Side. It's an experiential journey into your sex, where we are going to be deep diving into some beautiful practices that neither one of us have even really ventured out into with a lot of our VIP clients. This is like the deep work, but it's a light dose of the deep work. So in other words, we're going to deep dive you, but we're going to like throw you in and pull you out, okay? So it's going to be very, very fun. It's going to be interactive as far as like you with your psyche, you tapping into your presence level. It's interactive with you, okay? It is going to really, truly take you into, you could say, another dimension of self, where you're going to get to release and heal a lot of different trauma, a lot of different drama cycles potentially, see your ego for what it is, tap into self-love, probably come out going, oh my God, like I like myself, I love myself, I'm this, I'm that, like really being able to see different things. Because our sex, the way we sex, and you hear me say this over and over and over again, the way we sex is the way we penetrate life, is the way we live our life, it's the way we show up in the world. Okay, so the same issues, the same holdbacks, the same programs, patterns that we have around our sex, we also have around our money. We also have this stuff showing up in multiple different forms in our relationships. We have this holdbacks within ourself as well. So when we say seeing the other side of your sex, what we're talking about is actually really truly digging in and looking at your sex from more of a whole life perspective, not just from the bedroom perspective, okay? So we're getting out of the genital aspect, okay? This is not 7th grade health class where we can't say penis and vagina like my son's teachers. No, we're probably going to toss around cock and pussy plenty in this class, but we're going to be accessing the energetic level, the mental, the emotional connection to our genitals, and teaching you how to clear out all that garbage, all that muck that is holding you back from the financial abundance that you want, from the calling in the relationship that you want, from healing the wounds that you might have in relationships, from really truly being present in life, and teaching you how to step forward in certainty, because you are now confident in who you are. So we're going to give you some fucking amazing experiences, and it's going to be a really, really incredible workshop. If you have not explored it, please click on the link. Addison has posted it in the comments as well. My daughter is now calling me. She can wait a second. And if you are in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, or if you can get your butt here by Saturday, I believe it starts at noon, then do so. Make sure that you sign up, though. It is a pre-registration class. There is no at the door on this one because we do need a head count. We are trying to make sure that everything is aligned properly. So if you can, please click the link, get your butt here for this. And as always, stop existing, start living. I will catch you tomorrow with another Conscious Coffee. Love you guys.